Hey guys, we're here with Iggy, or Ignacio. Last name again? Tafano. He was a top 8 finalist for ARG State Champs. He ran Narukami. He was the only Narukami player. Oh, sorry, there was 2. But he was the only one to make top 8. So yeah, really impressed with him, and we're gonna see how he's gonna run us through his deck.
All right, so the deck I decided to play today is Indra. It's a card from set 6. No one's really heard of it. I decided to make a snazzy deck out of it. The whole premise is to crit my opponent as fast as possible so they can't recover off of it. Recently in Fighters Collection, they got a stride called Vishnu. I'll go into that a little bit later. But with the Vishnu and all the other support that came in Fighters Collection, also BT set 2, the deck runs a lot more smoothly than it did ever before. Originally I used Spark Dragon Kid, Spark Kid, whatever it's called. It was a grade 0, counterblast 1, put in a soul, grab a grade 3. But I decided to go with the 6K starting Vanguard, mostly because Indra and Rudra are 10K bases, so they can't hit 15 or 21 naturally with a trigger boost. So with the 16K, it makes things a little bit easier. For my trigger lineup, I decided to go with 4 heal, specifically the Narukami Noble heal, because it works with the Vishnu. And I decided to run 12 crit, because why not? But as for the grade 1s, I decided to go with 2 AKs just because I needed some pressure in there. 3 of the light elemental peaker. What this card does is G-break 1. If my Vanguard is 10 or less when it's being attacked, it gets +1 power. So it turns my Indra and my Rudra into 11K defense, which really helps with this deck because they're 10K base. They get bullied on really a lot.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with the fact that you were at a 10K base deck.
Yeah, it helped out a lot for when the strides came out. Going into strides, I run 4 of the stride enabler. So with this card, I can obviously just go straight into stride just off that card, but combined with Madhu, I can pitch this card to get back any grade 3 since all my grade 3s are 10K. So I can pitch this for, let's say, a Rudra or a Indra that I can use for next turn, or use it for a free stride again next turn. And then I decided to go with 4 of the damage on flipping perfect cards. The reason why I did that, I'm not too afraid of the cards that retire on the board, such as the new stride for Shadow Paladin, nor the X. I really don't care if they can pop 2 cards, because I'll just replenish the board and I'm mostly just Vanguard based anyway. Going into grade 2s, I decided to go with 3 of the demonic Dragon Berserker Chatra. It pressures 11K, so most of my rear guards are going to be either 9 or 10. So with this, I can swing at 11K base cards. Also, if he hits, I can counterblast 1 to disrupt Legion or the damage on flipping perfect guards, and also it's just more pressure in general. Then going on to these guys right here. I use these so I can flip damage, so kind of a perfect turn. You ride this, you call 2 Chatra, and then you go hit with Chatra, get the free card, hit, unflip it, and then cycle the other one to get the extra draw on it. And then this card caught people off guard today. Stormbring Dragon. Stormbring Dragon is a 9K. When it hits a Vanguard, I can counterblast 1 to look at the top 5 cards in my deck and add a grade 3 to hand. Now with Indra and Rudra, both they gain their effects based on how many copies are on the rear guard. So I can counterblast 1 to get either Rudra or Indra to use for next turn for stride, or I can just pressure them with the field destruction or the extra crit. Now moving into copies of Indra and Rudra, I decided to play 4 of the 1,000-Name Wyvern. 1,000-Name Wyvern skill, you can choose my Narukami Noble Vanguard, Soul Blast 1, it becomes that Narukami Noble Vanguard. So I can have pretty much 5 copies of Rudra or 5 copies of Indra at any time I really want, as long as I have this card. I can beat someone down from 1 damage to 6 in a turn if they don't have enough guard. It's a really good card. Now, moving into grade 3s, of course, I'm going to play 4 of Rudra. Rudra is the recent support that came in VT Set 2 for the Noble Narakamis. Counterblast 1, when he attacks a Vanguard, if I have 1 or more of the Rudra on my rear guard, my opponent chooses 1 rear guard for each copy of himself on the rear guard, and they have to retire it. It really hurts those decks that need rear guards, such as like Spike Brothers, Nova Grapplers, OTT. It really helped me against OTT today. And it's really good backup card. So now moving into the ace card of the whole entire deck is Indra. 4 copies of him, of course. When he attacks a Vanguard, Counterblast 1, he gets +1 crit for every copy of himself on the rear guard. I can win lots of games if I go first and I have to ride him, and they don't have enough guard, I can easily do 3-4 damage in 1 turn with it. And if I rush them early enough in the game, that's pretty much all it is. Indra's won me a lot of games today. Moving on to my stride units. I decided to play 1 Blizza, just for that late game. I can make it a high number as long as I know my opponent's gone through all his perfect guards. I play 3 Madhu. Madhu really helped out today. So I had a lot of free strides. I pitched the grade 3, get the grade 3 back, so it was a free stride to begin with. Then I get the extra check as well. Helps out a lot when I just need to sit on just 1 card on the board and just keep going until I can actually apply rear guards and pressure even more. And then, of course, the ace card of the entire deck is Vishnu. Now, Vishnu is a little bit of Indra and it's a little bit of Rudra combined together. His ability, when he attacks, for every Narukami Noble rear guard that I have, that includes Rudra, includes Indra, and also the heal trigger is also a Narukami Noble as well. So, for every one of those, my opponent has to retire and also bind that rear guard. So, also, if I retire 3 or more, he gets +1 crit. So not only do I disrupt his entire field, or his or her entire field, but also they have to bind it as well, which also hurts the Legion. And also damage of the P guards if they choose to throw those things on the board. But then the +1 crit when you're also drive checking 3 times and you got 12 crit in a deck. Today I went 4-1 with a loss in top 8. My only loss today was Bart and his Kagero deck. Turnout today was pretty good. I mean, we had, what, 40 people? 40 people?
No, we're not.
40
people.
people.
19th. I'm so upset. I was 1 game away from that being. That's all right, but good job on you, man. Thanks for doing the deck profile for us.
No problem.
All right, guys, so if you enjoyed the content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.